Yeah, certainly, rebounding has been a major factor in both our wins and losses. So, it's been addressed. You can't replace the best defensive rebounder in the world with one person. So everybody's got to take a little bit of ownership in the rebounding category with the loss of JJ, with the departure of JJ. So, big part of our game. Again, it was a big part of the story in Seattle. But more importantly, their transition is elite. Their transition offense is elite. They scored a bunch of points in transition off our turnovers, in transition with just one pass threes. Got us, they got us, just on our heels before we could get our defense set. So we've got to get them into the half court. We've got to have a good night with defensive transition. And, that all starts at the offensive end. Good shot selection, low turnovers. Can we rebound? Can you rebound offensively against them, which then slows their breakup? A little of both, right? Yeah, obviously, you're locked in. When you play 9 games in the first 19 days of the season and you play 10 games in a hurry, you're locked in because it's the next game, you're constantly prepped. So you worry about losing some momentum. The good news is that we've had a little time to adjust with the departure of JJ and talk about how we are a little bit differently built now. How can we have success at both ends of the court without JJ? So knowing that we were going to lose JJ, having this extra practice time has helped us there. But again, we were on a roll. We were locked in going from game to game. So you hate to see that break coming when you're playing so successfully, but we've utilized it. The unique situation that we're in, it's allowed us to address some things and talk about playing without JJ. Yeah, hugely beneficial. As we talked about how difficult playing 9 games in 19 days and those difficult stretches when you play 4 and 7, 6 and 11. That's really, really difficult. You don't get to work on a lot of things that have slipped or you want to go back to. It's just constantly the next game, the next preparation. So you finally get a break to be able to talk about yourself and work on yourself, get on the practice floor, work on some things that maybe had slipped because it was game after game. So everybody has these stretches. We felt like we were the only one playing early on. We felt like we had the most games. And for the longest time, we had played the most games. But we knew our break was coming. Now this is our break while other people are in their tough stretch now. So, what comes around goes around in this league with scheduling. And so we're trying to take advantage of really working on ourselves during this break in games. Yeah, you encourage your players to watch games of teams that you're going to come and play. So, we asked all eyes on Seattle, Atlanta on Wednesday. They play again tonight. So another Seattle, Atlanta matchup that you hope that they turn into. Then we know 3 out of 4 games, we have Chicago in this stretch in the middle of the month. So we're encouraging them to get eyes on Chicago as they've gotten healthy, if they've gotten players back in their lineup, get some eyes on Chicago. The coaching staff is constantly working. I have a staff that never stops working on their scouts, on preparation for, future opponents. So we constantly have eyes on the league. And then you encourage your players on your upcoming opponents to make sure they're continuing to watch them.
Yeah. Well, for one, we get a little more rest. And then also we get to do a lot of film on ourselves. So we get to improve our own game and then just have time to work on the scout too. So those 3. Yeah, just with JJ being out, everybody has to step up. So it's not just on one person. So just being ready when your number's called like usual and just going out there and playing the best I can when I am out there.
Well, I think as a team that, we're in a good position where we want to be. There's always, room for improvement. And so I think we're off to a good start. She's just like really good all around. She has a good shot. She can attack and she's always moving. So I think that's the hardest part. Yeah, just like a mental it was like mental days, just getting your mind right. We had a long stretch in the beginning, so I think that helped a lot. And then we just came back to practice and getting ready for Seattle.
And were you able to?
I went to the beach. I got a little tan. You could probably tell.
Hi, Natisha. You got a couple games coming up in Chicago. I was just wondering if you're going to have a little contingent from Wisconsin coming down for the games.
Oh, sorry. Can you say it one more time?
You got a couple games coming up in Chicago. I was just wondering if you're going to have any family and friends come down from Wisconsin, cheer you on.
Yeah, my whole family gonna be there. They're real supportive, so they'll be out there. My
Good luck.
parents actually just left from here too, so
Oh, cool.
they're
Good
always
luck.
coming to watch. Yeah.